Hello, everyone, and welcome to our channel. I'm Mark.
And I'm Rob.
Today, we're going to talk about Tyreek Hill, who says he could beat Noah Lyles in the 100-meter dash. At the Olympics, Noah Lyles, who's a big talker, said, "Why does the NFL claim they're world champions? It's not the same as Olympic champions, because that's really worldwide." Because he said, "World champions of what? It's only in America, the NFL." So I guess people in the NBA and the NFL didn't like that. So Tyreek Hill, the wide receiver of the Miami Dolphins, who was recently voted by the players as the number one player in the NFL, and he's considered the fastest person in the NFL, took offense to that and then said he could beat Noah Lyles in the 100-meter dash, and also made fun of him about having COVID. He basically said he faked it. Now, let me give you some times here, Rob. So Noah Lyles in the Olympics had his best time at 9.79, non-wind aided. 10 years ago, Tyreek Hill in the National Junior College Championships, he got a wind aided 9.98. And then he has also run a non-wind aided 10.19 the year before that. Now his 40 time is 4.29. And so that's really fast. So I think he could beat Noah Lyles in the 40 because that's not his specialty. Noah Lyles is actually better at the 200 than the 100. Right. Noah Lyles' best time in the 60 is 6.43, and we don't have a time for Tyreek Hill. So in the 100, it looks like Noah Lyles is going to beat Tyreek Hill, Rob.
Yeah. I mean, and Lyles is a slow starter, so he'll be out in the front, but then Lyles will just take over, and I think it'll blow him out.
Yeah, Noah Lyles is 27. He's in his peak. And Tyreek Hill is 30. Now, he might not have lost any speed, but he's going to start losing speed now at age 30. So if they're going to race, they better do it soon because he's 3 years older.
Plus, Lyles has been trained for this. You know, you can't just all of a sudden challenge somebody and
right.
think that you can beat him.
Well, I know he's definitely has an advantage because he's been doing it for the last 10 years, and right. Tyreek Hill hasn't been doing sprinting for the last 10 years. He's in shape and in running. Tyreek Hill said, "Noah Lyles can't say nothing after what just happened to him. For him to do that and say we're not world champions of our sport." And then he went one step further, voicing doubts that Lyles' illness prevented him from winning the gold in the 200 meters, and then challenged him to a race. He said it would be fastest man on the track versus the quickest man in professional football. The winner takes all. He went on to say Noah Lyles pretended he was sick. That's like horseradish. Come on, bro. Just speak on what you know about, and that's track. I would beat Noah Lyles in a race. I would beat Noah Lyles. I would beat him by a lot. I will even wear a COVID mask. Everyone know that I mean business.
Oh boy, they're just talking. They're just talking smack to each other. I mean, I hope they do. I wish they would do it, and it would be for charity. That'd be nice, So that would be kind of fun to see.
I think they should do two. I think they should do the 60 and the 100.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I mean, they run 200. Even when in the Olympics, they run the 100 semifinals and the finals in the same day, like an hour and a half, 2 hours apart. They could run a 60 and 100. So if they're going to do it, because I have a feeling Tyreek Hill is going to win the 60.
Yeah.
Noah Lyles is going to win the 100. So it'll be interesting. They each get bragging rights.
Right. That'd be for charity. Every year, the NFL has a crucial catch for cancer, and that would be really neat to contribute to that.
I'm going to defend Noah Lyles on the COVID thing. I think he actually had COVID. I think it affected him. I think he would have won the 200 if he didn't have COVID. I don't think he was faking it after the race. I think he went all out and he put a lot of effort into it, and it drained him. And you can tell, Rob, he's won the world championship 3 times in the 200. He's the best 200 runner in the world, and he has run a 9.32, and the winner got a 9.45.
Right.
So I think he would have won it. So I'm going to stick up for him in that sense. And I don't know why he has to criticize them saying world champions. There's no other nation that plays football, American football, actually, at a regular basis. Canada plays a similar sport, but even then they wouldn't beat the Americans, even if they use the same rules.
Right.
So it doesn't matter. I always thought Major League Baseball calls themselves the world champions. And I can see that criticism because Japan and the Dominican Republic are very good at baseball. And I've always thought, Rob, this is what they should do. Let me know what you think. while the World Series is going on, if the Dominican Republic and Japan seasons allow them to, have the Japan World Champions play the DR World Champions in a 7-game series, and then the winner plays the American World Series winner right after the World Series. And that'll get you a world champion. And if they win, then the same thing the next year. But if they lose, then whoever wins would get the bye, and then U.S. would have to play like the loser of the Dominican Republic and Japan. So they could do it the next year. But the first year I would give U.S. the bye because they're playing in the World Series. And then because there's no other country besides the DR and the Japan who could really challenge them right now. You'd have a real World Series.
I think that'd be cool. But I think the Japanese teams are really good. They have a good league, but I don't think they have the consistent players that could really match up with the U.S. team.
No, I think if they played a 10-game series between the best players in the Major League Baseball in Japan or even the DR, I think Major League Baseball would win.
Yeah.
But it would be interesting to see U.S. play the winner of Japan and the DR and see if we have a real world champion.
That would determine world champion. Yeah, sounds good.
And then if a fourth country comes around that's really good, then you could have them play and have a 4-game series. But that's what I would do, and I think that would get really high ratings, and I'd actually watch, Rob, and I'd watch very little baseball.
Well, it'd be international, and like I said, Japan, they love baseball. That's like almost like the number one sport is baseball. So,
right. So it'd be great to have that. You'd have a real world champion that way.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I still think the Americans are going to be favored, but we'll see what happens. So let us know what you think about that idea, and let us know who you think would win between Tyreek Hill and Noah Lyles. The number indicates to me what's pretty clear, but I could be wrong. Who knows? If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so. Hit that notification bell when you do, so you get notified of our next videos. And if you like this video, hit the like button. And we're going to go live for Caitlin Clark on Friday, and that's going to be on ION at 7:30. Our normal live show is every Monday, 6 to 8 Eastern time, except for major holidays. And you can join us for that. And you can even call in if you want. If you want to donate to this channel, you can with super chats and super thanks down below, or you can, there's a link to PayPal. And we'll see you in the next video.
Peace out.